Hello everyone, today I want to talk about Dori and hopefully help you figure out if she fits your playstyle and team compositions. It's a 4-star character, so I'm not going to tell you to pull for her, I just want to cover her since she's new. Don't get too distracted by the video title, it's just part of a series I'm doing which is mainly meant for new 5-star characters. First I will go over the skill kit and talk about some build ideas, and in the later half I'll get into synergies with other characters and team compositions. Same thing as Collet, the normal attacks aren't interesting, so let's start with the Elemental skill. Very simple, she shoots a cannon which deals electro damage. It has very low cooldown though, which might enable some interesting rotations. The burst skill summons a genie who is tethered to your active character and regenerates HP and energy. The electro beam also deals damage to enemies touching it. As for passive skills, her first one, if you trigger an elemental reaction with the elemental burst skill, the cooldown of the elemental skill is reduced by 1 second up to a maximum of 3 seconds. Her second passive, her elemental skill generates extra energy for Dori for each 100% energy recharge she has. And the last one, it refunds weapon materials when crafting. I think Dori seems a little more useful than Shinobu since they basically do the same, but Dori additionally also restores energy. So far characters like these weren't very useful, but the introduction of Dendro might open up a new niche for them. As for the build, in terms of weapons, something with energy recharge could be fine, like the Sacrificial Greatsword, especially since her elemental skill seems to be the only thing she does that actually deals damage. As for the artifacts, she is a healer who wants to use her elemental burst skill pretty much off CD, so a 4-piece noblesse set is usually what you want to go for. As for team compositions, Dori is obviously an electro healer, so we are looking for main DPS characters, sub DPS characters, and or supports. The first very obvious choice is something like Eula as main DPS and Rosaria as sub DPS. With this, you already have all the synergy you want for Eula, you have a battery with Rosaria, and you even generate more energy and get superconduct from Dori. With this, you have a flex last slot, so if you need something like Venti to group up enemies, or even Zhongli to just have a lot of safety with her shield and get more physical resistance shred. Arguably, if you want the maximum damage in this team composition, you still wanted to run something like this though. And your second option would be building a team composition around a Dendro main DPS who attacks kind of slow and hits really hard to enable spread reactions reliably. Unfortunately, the only Dendro main DPS we have so far is Tenari, and I think he hits multiple times and attacks kind of fast, so he is probably not the best option for this. But in the future, when we get alternatives, this team composition or strategy might be a little bit more viable. As for support characters, you can pick something like Zhongli or Collet with the Deep Wood memory set to decrease the Dendro resistance, and then you can pick something like an Electro character to make the spread more reliable by applying more Electro beforehand, or you can pick something like Zhongli plus Albedo for Geo Resonance. Alright, we made it to the end. I hope this was somewhat useful. Personally, I kind of like this idea, similar to the Electro Traveler, off-field Electro application and restoring energy. Hopefully it turns out to be useful in the future. Anyway, next I'll do my banner recommendation, so stay tuned for this. Until then, have fun and bye bye.